depends. It depends on what you want to talk about. Oh, let's talk about the Fairly Odd Parents.
It was
Okay, because we're not.
and now it's not.
Okay.
Is it still going?
I haven't watched
Yeah.
the show.
I've been watching
years.
this.
Okay, but here's the thing. No, the premise of it, right? So it's super fucked up. Like if you look at. Okay. Like, did you see the Fairly Odd Parents movie?
Which
where
one?
where the one with the TV remotes where they're going? He's like channel surfing, and then he's like.
Yeah, of course.
And so, do you remember at the very end? Spoiler alert. How he like keeps flipping up his age until.
He like dies.
No. He was like
Until he forgets about.
until he forgets about his fairies,
that's right,
like so
yeah.
that he could like defeat Vicky or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Worth it.
hey Chris.
Hello.
Chris,
So-
is that a new laptop? Oh,
Hello.
Yes. Oh yeah.
thank you.
Nice.
Okay. All right, guys,
I
take
didn't
a
bring my
seat.
laptop. I didn't think I
Anywhere,
would.
just wherever there's a
Oh,
microphone.
there's
There's a seat
there are
there
chickens.
to share with
Just playing
Andrew or
mics over
something.
here, so I'll never hear.
Or figure out. So, okay, so we're talking about the Fairly Odd Parents, Chris.
Good shit.
Okay, so
This is a great
Well,
conversation.
I mean, like the old episodes.
of course, right. So, do you remember in the movie?
Uh-huh.
Andrew, you're gonna have to turn that one to.
Yeah, I got you.
And Sean, you're probably gonna have to turn more toward Chris, so you're sharing.
That's right.
And I got
Okay.
a mic for myself.
So, okay, so do you guys remember in the movie with the TV remotes, the magic TV remotes, how he changed it? He was able to like surf the channels and stuff. You remember that one, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the very end, he's changing up his age because if you like hit like the channel up button, you would like raise your age, right? And he was doing that so he would forget about his fairies and beat Vicky or some shit, right? But if you remember, he's able to like he keeps raising his age far beyond the age where he would need a babysitter. So like the whole time you're thinking Vicky is the one making his life like shit, right? But he keeps raising his age long beyond the time he would need a babysitter. Like a 10-year-old kid, yeah, you would probably get a babysitter for a 10-year-old kid if you're gonna be out. But like he was like 17 or 18. He was older than 17 or 18 when he finally lost his fairies. So you gotta think, like, if they only give fairies to kids who have, like, totally fucked up lives, like imagine, like, he's 21 and he still needs fairies? Like, how awful does his life have to be?
Yes. No, but there's the movie with Drake Bell.
And he still got his... Okay, so Drake Bell's, like, 25 and he still has his fairies.
Because he's in 4th grade still.
Like, imagine how fucked up his life has to be for him
Like,
to...
what if you're so mentally broken that you're just like, like?
But then he
what if your
loses his fairies,
No, what
which
if your
means that
actual like living age is whatever, like 20s, but like your mental age is still really low? Would you still get your fairies?
I guess so, but, like...
Like, is it a
At the same
mindset
time,
or is it actually?
at the
physical?
same time, like, not all kids have fairies.
I think the fairy rules were just that you get them till you're 18,
Yeah.
But he was beyond 18.
No, he was like 25.
and you still.
He
Yeah.
was still in 4th grade too.
Okay, so this also.
No, but like in
because
the
time
if
of
we're
the
just
movie-
going on the movie, the TV movie,
Well, in
he
the
was
ti-
like 22 when he
Yeah, but in
finally
the
lost
time
his
space,
fairies.
the time space of like the universe was he said it so he wouldn't age. That was like one of his first wishes. Like, hey, I will never age. So in reality, he's like 54 at the time of like, the actual movie that you're talking about. But like he just stopped aging because he wished for that.
But
like,
he
very
did. But
early
he
on.
did raise his age to the age where he did lose his fairies.
Right, but like in theory, he'd be age 54, so he should have lost them already.
All right, I see what you're saying, but like we're saying, like theoretically, if that didn't happen and he was actually aging in real time, like, and let's say that
Because
he
like,
was.
how would he be able to use that remote and change his age if his age was 54?
and then he finally gets the age where he no longer needs his fairies. Like, because if it
Or,
was
like,
at the
I
point
wish
where
my-
he never aged,
Ooh.
he would still if he wished that he would never age, then he would never ever like if he kept clicking the button, he would never actually change physically as he grew up.
There was an episode where he wished they never aged.
I know, but we're
He broke
discounting
the
that.
system.
We're gonna discount that for a second.
I don't think there's enough continuity to make any sense of this. whole
Okay,
thing.
so we're just gonna use the canon of the movie, saying that he can age to the point where he doesn't need his fairies anymore.
Alright.
All right, and so he's 22. Like, how fucked up does your life have to be where you still need your fairies when you're in?
I mean,
20s?
Dinkelberg was a pretty bad guy.
Dinkelberg wasn't a bad guy. The whole point was that he wasn't.
Dinkelberg.
He was able to evil. He was able to succeed regardless.
No, Dinkelberg was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Dinkelberg was always the problem.
How funny would it be if
Checkmate.
Dinkelberg was actually Timmy's dad?
Super villain. No, Timmy's dad is Timmy's dad. I don't know.
Dinkelberg was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg.
Hot piece of man.
There's gotta
That's
be,
his tail.
there's gotta be a
piece of
use
tail.
of fucking
Fine, man.
when you smile and it's Dinkelberg. Oh.
I'm just saying, think about how awful his life has to be where he has to be 22 and still need fairies.
It's pretty shite.
Yeah.
What would you ask for if you had fairies? Like you had, like you know you have unlimited wishes,
I
right?
forget what all the rules
Probably just a
are.
bunch of music shit, honestly.
This fucking nerd.
But like you have the power to
I-
change the world for the better.
No, I just want a job.
Nah.
Please employ me.
You're 10 in this scenario.
Yeah, you're like 12 years old.
Wishes can defy everything,
You
including
can-
working.
You could.
But you just
solve
wish for
world
money.
hunger.
Oh,
But I'm 10.
Okay, hold on.
But you have fairies.
Wait, also don't forget, all the magic becomes undone when you lose your fairies. Remember, you forget like that you even had in the first
Oh
place.
yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's
Everything
like
you
Men
wish
in
for
Black
stops.
and it's not actually undone. The magic isn't undone, you just forget it happened.
Wait,
and it
but
just-
if
I mean,
it
I
is
think it's-
undone,
that was part of the
I think
rule.
it's
It was
both. Both happens.
But
If
if
it's undone, you forgot that it happened in the first place.
But if it's undone, then he would just go back to the age he originally was, and he would automatically have fairies again because his life, like, already pertained to have fairies. So therefore, like, in that context, he would just infinitely be in this loop of like aging and then de-aging, and then his wishes
No,
being
wouldn't
undone.
that be in the rules that like?
rules.
Well, no, like
yeah,
if-
I don't remember what are in the rules.
It's a very thick book.
Yeah,
It's
Just
like,
like, just like the man who
they
carries
pull
it
like
around.
they pull like a new rule out of their ass every episode.
yes.
I think like one of the
Every time he
number one
tries to do
rules was
something
that you
retarded.
couldn't kill people.
That was
Yeah.
one. That was a big one.
That was the big
Yeah,
one. You
you
just
couldn't
can't
make
kill
people
It was just
fall
the-
in love with you.
That's another big one.
It's not really a big one.
They
That was
Wait,
what they
wait, those
emphasized
were
because he
those
was
were
always
two
trying
of
to
the
make
wishes
that.
in Aladdin.
He was trying to make
Those
the one
were-
girl
guys,
fall in
her
love with
name
him all the
was
time.
Trixie.
Guys,
I don't
those
remember
guys,
anything
those were
else.
two of the rules that couldn't be done in Aladdin. Like the genie rules.
But then they also had the genie and the Fairly Odd Parents who's like, no, fuck all the rules. I'll just fuck
And he
you.
also wanted to kill Canada. He wanted to conquer Canada.
He wanted to conquer all of
They've
Canada.
had it too good for too long.
I like him.
No, man.
I don't know. He was preaching some good stuff.
Destroy Canada. That was about it.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
I like his campaign.
What are your campaign promises?
Destroy
Destroy
Canada.
Canada.
Anything else? No, not really.
They've had it too good for too long. That's the campaign slogan. Oh, so they'd probably get elected. The campaign was just to destroy Canada.
Yeah, because everyone just hates Canada. You know?
Yes.
It's the worst.
Business owners can form their own regiments to go fight the Canadians. Just like the Civil War. Just like...
Just Googling Civil Wars.
I pay for this. Oh, no, it's Norrin. It's
Is
Norrin.
it
isn't
McAfee?
It's Minecraft.
Oh yeah, no, that's free. Is that Windows 10?
Windows 10
Yeah.
Minecraft, yeah.
Windows
Oh,
10
it's
the
not.
real Minecraft.
It's not real Minecraft.
It
runs too well.
It works better, but doesn't have any mods.
Yeah, that's it.
So I should uninstall this?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's what I
much more
thought.
stable.
You need the Java version that's
Yeah, but it's
shite.
not fun
You-
without any mods.
Yeah.
That's very
I
true.
assumed I had to uninstall it. I was
Yeah.
just going through
It's
the
not fun
programs.
without any mods after you've played with mods, just like most games. Just like Star Wars Battlefront
Are
2.
mods like Fairy Odd Parents?
What if Fairly Odd Parents
Is
are
there
their
a Fairly
mods?
Odd Parents mod for Minecraft?
If I had fairies, I could make a Fairly Odd Parents mod for Minecraft.
Wait, if you did this in Minecraft, would you get to craft fairies?
Yeah, sure.
Or they just naturally
But
spawn
like,
and
how
train
would you
them?
craft
just
No,
Find
it's like
them
you get
and
blown up by a
capture
creeper,
them.
so that counts as you having a depressing life.
I would totally be down with like you having to trade like gas tears to the fairies. Be like, I am so sad. Here are all my tears.
No, you first you have to find them in the forest, cage them in a small jar till they're depressed and have
No,
nowhere
no,
to live.
You have to make sure that your
And
life
once their
is.
spirit is crushed, they'll be willing to do what you say.
You have to make sure that your life is the
Fair.
most miserable upon everyone in the server.
No, you wouldn't
But
use
why is
glass
that?
jars. You would use a butterfly net. Don't you remember?
Oh
Fairly
yeah,
Odd
right,
Parents?
right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you have to
Ah,
craft a
yeah.
butterfly
Their
net.
weakness.
Their one weakness, the butterfly.
So stupid.
You'd have to get a pickaxe with the silk touch, and then you could mine the spider web, and then you put the spider web with a stick, and then you can make a butterfly net.
Someone make a mod
Yeah.
Quickly. If
Before
it's
they
not
realize.
already made.
before it's too late.